Hey guys, Steve here from GeekPeak.rocks and welcome back to Geek Peak. Today we're taking a peek into my quadcopter and we're going to be doing some modifications to it. Here I have this is a CNC metal brushless PTZ gimbal with pitch control, and this is for the GoPro. The GoPro will mount to this, and this will get mounted to the quadcopter, and it will give me pitch control, so I can look up and down. So if I'm flying over something, I can pan down and just and look straight down at it, or I can move it back up looking straight out. I'll have a little bit of control over the gimbal, and I do have that option. Now I'll show you. I do have that option on my controller. Now on my controller back here we have the pitch control. So I have that option on my controller, which gives me that option in here in the electronics to hook into. So then when I'm flying, I can just reach back here and control my camera. So so that's pretty cool. Now I've done a few things already. I've took off this old landing gear. I took that off, and I took off the old gimbal that just held the camera. I'm tossing all this stuff in this box, but so I've been working on this a little bit, but I haven't done anything major yet. So basically I'm going to go ahead and pull this plate off of the gimbal, and because this plate's going to get mounted to the quadcopter, and this gimbal came with everything I need. Like I have everything I need to hook this up, which is great. So here we have the plate, and the plate will mount here. Make sure we get that there on there right. And this shouldn't get in the way of my battery door. No, it doesn't. I mean, so that should work. That should be fine. It is a little adjustable to bring it all the way back to here, and I can still get in there no problem. So that's the first thing we do. We're going to mount the mounting plate, and then we're gonna go ahead and put the gimbal on, and then we're gonna start wiring it up. And it came with these JST connectors. And other connectors that I need, and all the stuff that I need is right here. Came with everything. So we have the gimbal, and these are just shock absorbers. Yeah, just shock absorbers. These are real nice. This is really going to be a nice modification to this quadcopter, simply because the footage is going to be just so smooth, and the being able to control the pitch of the gimbal is going to change getting some footage as well. Like I said before, I plan on flying this over crowds of people at some of these big races, and then to pitch down and just fly over these people and get a good bird's eye view of how many people run these races is just going to be awesome. And this is going to make some great footage for my documentary that I am planning on doing this year. So, and then our next modification is taller landing gear, and this comes with everything we need as well. The screws and these little foam pieces and things like that. These little foam pieces go in there just for a little more cushion landing. But this gives us the space we need to clear. Now that we're adding this gimbal, because this gimbal is going to come very close to the ground with this old landing gear, and I'll show you the difference in height. But the gimbal is going to come very close to the ground with this old landing gear. So here we're adding, you can see that we're adding quite a bit more height, which we need, because when we land, we don't want to be banging the gimbal on the ground. We don't want to be, taking a chance of hitting our GoPro on the ground. So it was necessary to get rid of the old landing gear and put this new landing gear on. And I got black because I've got these carbon fiber blades that are going on the top, and they're black. So it's, you know, there's gonna be a little separation of color there. So we'll have the black landing gear, the white Phantom, and then the black carbon fiber blades, and you can see that they got a pretty cool carbon fiber to them. So, and then we got the propeller nuts on there, and there's some bushings in there, but I don't think we'll need them. So these are the modifications I'm doing today. So I'm doing the landing gear, I'm doing the carbon fiber propellers. Basically, these propellers are going to give it more lift. They're bigger, they're longer propellers, and they'll give the quadcopter more lift, since we're adding a little weight with the gimbal. We're adding a little weight to the quadcopter, so we're going to need a little more lift because of that. So we're going to get started. Go ahead and install this plate. Now, some of this stuff I might do off camera, or I might just do time lapse. I'm not sure, but we're going to go ahead and get this installed, get the plate installed, get the gimbal put on, which we can do right now, and get this modification done, because I've had this stuff for a couple weeks now, and I haven't done anything yet. So I haven't flown for a while. I haven't flown for a couple weeks either, and I'm really itching to get back out there and get flying, especially with these modifications. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked about doing that. So basically, we are going to screw down this plate, and I'm having the plate come all the way as far to the front, to the nose of the quadcopter as I can, just for clearance on the battery door. Alrighty guys, so I did all the wiring off camera, just so I didn't bore you with all that stuff. But basically, this red and gray wire here is our power supply, and it's already attached to the circuit board. We ran this connector to the gimbal for power, so we ran this connector up into there and wired it in. So we got these wired together. Now that'll provide the power to the gimbal. Earlier, I think I told you wrong. I think I told you the front of the gimbal was where the light is. The front of the gimbal is where the battery pack is, the battery door. That's the front of the quadcopter. So we got our gimbal mounted, and we got our little shock absorbers on. We went ahead and put the GoPro on the gimbal for balance, and then we wired it into our power supply. And then what else we did is this F2. Let's see if I can get that. This is for our pitch. So we ran our wires for our pitch, and they come down in, and they went through here, and I ran them over into here, and they connect into the side of the gimbal there. Let's see if I can get around there. Yeah, so you can see where they run into the side of the gimbal there. So pretty much that's it. That's it for wiring. The only other thing I had to do was I had to mount this. I had to mount this here, and this is the compass. Alright guys, so we have our modifications complete on this drone, this quadcopter DJI Phantom 1. Modifications complete. The gimbal's hooked up and powered. We got the pitch control hooked up and working. I had to do a little tweaking with the pitch control, but I got it sorted out. I'm probably going to have to update my firmware again and do some modifications in the firmware itself for the pitch control to get things to work out nice and smooth. And I'll show you what I mean. I'm gonna have to tweak it in the firmware for sure, because when I pitch down, it starts to shake a little bit. So I'll get that sorted out. That's a real easy fix, to sort out all that pitch control in the firmware. It's pretty easy. But so what we have now is we have the carbon fiber propellers are on. We've got the taller landing gear, and as you can see, there's plenty of clearance now, whereas the other landing gear, that gimbal would have been rubbing the ground. So when I was just worried about landing and hitting too hard on the gimbal, I didn't want to destroy anything. So I got the bigger landing gear. Carbon fiber propellers. These are bigger than the original propellers. I'll kind of show you. I'll show you a difference between the two. Grab an original propeller here. So here is the original propeller, and I don't know if you can see that, but when you put them two up next to you, you can't really see it. These are much shorter in length and thinner in width. So these bigger propellers are going to give me the lift I need for the added weight. So I've got the carbon fiber propellers, the landing gear, the gimbal's hooked up, pitch control is wired in, power is wired in. I'm going to plug it in, and you'll see the gimbal balance itself out, and so it is powered. And then I'll show you the pitch control. So we'll go ahead and plug this in, and you see the gimbal kind of balance itself out. We'll just go ahead and close that up so you can see everything. So we got the gimbal, or the everything's wired in, and then you can see here. Turn my remote on, and you can see the light there. But we do have pitch control, and you can see that it vibrates a little when it's looking down, and I got to sort that out in the firmware. But that's just changing some numbers around. No big deal there. So we have power to the gimbal. We have everything wired in, ready to roll. The gimbal's nice and straight. And as we move around, you can see that camera just kind of stays in place, which is great. That's what we're looking for. So there you have it. Have pitch control, looking up and down, and then you know, the gimbal's powered and ready to roll. Everything's done. Compass hooked up, gimbal hooked up, wired in, pitch control wired in, our propellers on, and our landing gear. Complete modification to this DJI Phantom 1, and I'm ready to fly, man. I'm ready to get some really cool footage. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for stopping by the Geek channel, taking a peek at my modifications on my drone. Real fun to fly, real fun hobby, and real fun getting that aerial footage, especially now I can pitch down and look around and get some really cool footage. I can fly over the top of things looking straight down on it, and this modification for this Phantom was probably right at $100. Well, maybe just over $100 to modify for, and that's the gimbal, the landing gear, and the propellers. So that's not bad. I mean, you do end up investing a little bit of cash into this quadcopter, simply buying the Phantom and then the GoPro and things like that, and then modifying it. So I mean, there's a little bit of money wrapped up in this thing, but it's going to make great footage, and that's kind of what I'm wanting to do, documentary purposes and just any other reason. It's just going to be fun to fly and see what footage I can get out of this with the new gimbal. So, alrighty, guys. Well, thanks for watching my DJI Phantom 1 modifications, and thanks for stopping by Geek Peek, and check out geekpeek.rocks, and check out our Facebook page, and subscribe to our channel. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Geek Peek. Check me out on Twitter. I really want to interact with you guys. Check out some of my videos over here and subscribe up here. And check out www.geekpeek.rocks, www.geekpeek.rocks. That's our official website for the Geek Peek channel. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll talk to you soon.